It's the last day of the silly season and there's time to visit Sherkin Island and take a snapshot of one of West Cork's most popular destinations. And because this is West Cork and there's always an interesting story about to break, the Southern Star was fortunate to be able to greet Patrick Fauve, a French rower who landed in Baltimore after spending 32 days crossing the Atlantic from Canada. Fragrant and friendly, with no sign of physical fatigue or mental exhaustion, Patrick was kind enough to give a brief interview about his record-breaking achievement shortly after he officially stepped foot on the pontoon in Baltimore. Patrick, how long have you been on the boat?
32 days, a few hours and a few minutes.
And this is a world record?
Yeah, it was around 37, 38 days, so that's a new world record, yes.
Very good. How are you feeling?
I don't know at this moment.
Okay.
In fact, I don't know if I'm tired or not. It's difficult. I was used to kind of a rhythm with the sea, and now we'll see in the next days.
The next delight in what turned out to be a near magical day offshore was an impromptu lift to North Shore by Sherkin's wonderful postmistress, Vanessa. There, Mike and Kathy O'Connor gave the Southern Star a whistle-stop tour of their glamping site, their beautiful pods and hostel-style accommodation, as well as a good cup of coffee and proper bread and jam in their seaside cafe. Activity here includes watching the sail training boats going through their paces in the channel between Sherkin and Hare Island. The cafe is a good meeting place for locals and visitors alike, and what could be more relaxing than good food, fresh air and the sense of relaxation one gets from being beside the sea. The business at North Shore is thriving because it readily adapts to off-season demands for retreats, extended family gatherings, and it even works as a training centre. The Bush Telegraph goes into gear and an invitation by John Carney and his lovely wife Lishan to come on board their new vessel for a cuppa is extended.
Welcome on board, Jackie, to the MV Elk and this research vessel, and I have the kettle on and we'll go down and have a cuppa.
This 100-metre vessel is as close as I will ever get to a Jacques Cousteau experience, but that is precisely what this couple are hoping to offer paying guests. The interior is beautiful, but while on walkabout, I spotted this interesting and, dare I say it, top secret piece of equipment, but more about that another day. All too soon it's time to return back to dry land, but the day just gets more interesting. I go to visit the former hotel that 54 Ukrainian refugees have happily made their private home and speak to Judith Gilbert of Corn and Ellen.
I work SICAP across the West Cork Islands, and part of my role is to work and support the Ukrainian people in Sherkin.
How many people are living here?
At the moment there's 54 people living in the house, yeah.
Good accommodation, good vibe, good atmosphere?
Oh yeah, brilliant. They're fantastic people. They have a lovely community within a community, so they're really, really nice people.
And what's special about Sherkin, do you think?
It's an island. There's always something special about an island, and it's got a great community spirit, lovely people. They all look out for one another. It's a unique way to live. Okay. I live on Cape myself, so.
Very good. And in terms of children of school-going age, what's the story with that?
Well, there are children from here that are going to the primary school in Ra and the secondary school in Skibbereen, so it's a daily commute.
Okay, and they're finding it okay, not a problem?
Yes, they are fine. They're fine. Well, obviously there's always challenges with island living, and the weather does impact your coming and going. But yes, they go to school regularly and they enjoy it and make friends. So, yeah.
Good integration both here in Sherkin, actually Sherkin, Baltimore and Skibbereen.
Yes, I think that people have been very, very welcoming and to the newcomers within the community. Sherkin has worked really hard to support people and make a really, really strong effort in terms of reaching out.
Wonderful. Thank you for talking to me.
You're very welcome.
Sherkin Island Development Society is hoping to reopen the primary school and backs the island's arts degree programme, as well as the community hall, which recently hosted an energy efficiency workshop.
My name is Ivana Rishit.
My name is John B. O'Halloran.
And you're conducting a talk or workshop conference here this afternoon. Can you tell me what that's about?
So we're going to introduce the grants that are available to all the folks on the island and give them background on how we can help the island develop. And then is going to talk then about the commercial side of it as well.
Yeah, so there are different grants available for both commercial, community and domestic projects, and we're looking to inform people about it to start with and then answer any questions they might have.
There are lots of restful places on Sherkin, but one new addition, the Crow's Gabble, is currently my personal favourite. Here, Cathy O'Connor tells me what's so special about Sherkin. Cathy O'Connor, how long have you lived on Sherkin?
This is year 11.
Okay.
Year 11. I've been in Ireland about 50 years, but this is year 11 on Sherkin.
And what's so magical about it?
Well, apart from it being a stunningly beautiful place, it's the people. You know, it's a small community, a very small, caring community. You know, people are here and support each other. I really like the people here. You know, I've come to know them slowly. We're kind of far away from everybody else, so it happened gradually that we got to know people better, and it's been successful.
Okay. And Cathy, can you tell me, what are the attractions on Sherkin? What can people do?
People are always asking me that. One thing, I think one of the most wonderful things here to do is to walk, to see the beauty of the island. If you go a little more slowly than driving, we encourage people not to bring their cars, but to walk on the island. It gives you a much better idea of the beauty of the landscape.
Okay. And in terms of the range of groups and activities, for example, the arts degree programme, what has that brought to the island?
Well, Sherkin is now known as the Island of the Arts. You know, there are so many artists who've come to do the course who've ended up staying on the island. They have studios, they have open studios. It's just really heightened the profile of the island as being attractive to artists. When you say, what can people do? People can draw and paint here, people can swim, they can kayak, they can surf, they can, you know, do so many things. But it's a beautiful place to draw and paint,
Very
to
good.
be inspired by nature.
And it has its own community hall, which is in the background. It has a library,
Yes.
a postmistress.
Yes.
Yeah. And it also has welcomed a community of Ukrainians.
Yes.
How well are they adapting to island life?
I think they're adapting extremely well. Obviously, I wouldn't know all of them, but I know quite a few of them. They would come over for coffee. I think the island, because it's small and it's kind of an aging population, has been very happy to have new people here, young people, people who, you know, kids going to school, kids on the ferry. There's a greater sense of liveliness since the Ukrainians came, and I think Sherkiners have really welcomed them.
Very good. And we have a new addition. Your own place is absolutely stunning out at North Shore, but we're just here now while you wait for the ferry to take you in for brunch in Baltimore, no less. The Crow's Gabble here is a new addition. Do you like it?
It's absolutely wonderful. I love coming here, having a coffee or a steak sandwich, and I look forward to more.
The location, like the steak sandwich, was stunning, and I couldn't leave without having a chat with the owner, Louis Jacob. Louis Jacob, you have a new enterprise here on Sherkin. It's called, as the sign says here, the Crow's Gabble. It's really rather unique. Can you talk to me about it?
There was some work done behind in the lane over the last couple of years, and this was the kind of yard that was used for all the supplies and everything. And it was a bit of a mess, and I kind of was planning this place for a while, so I was just waiting for it to clear, and when it cleared we made the hard thing there, and I set up the lawn in kind of April, and then the O'Connors had their open air festival, and we opened for that weekend, and it was big success. So we're happy.
Excellent coffee.
The coffee is Maha's, yeah, they're great.
Sorry.
They are
Advertising,
fantastic.
Louis, stop, please.
Yeah, oh, excuse me, yeah. yeah.
But you do food as well, and no better man.
We do, yeah. We John Paul here, kind of, he's kind of more or less designed the menu for us. And we had a few things we put on and took off, and we're just taking it slowly. But these ones that we have seem to be the ones that are selling. The soups, the crepes are very popular. The steak sandwich is kind of not working so well at the moment, but it was very good at the beginning, and then
And Louis, can I ask you, like, it's al fresco. What about weather?
Well, yeah, we've worked away with the rain and stuff. We have a bit of shelter in here. I have an umbrella. I actually have an awning in the car that I'm putting on here as soon as I can get some time.
Very good. And what is the reaction of islanders and of visitors?
Very good, everybody. Yeah, our best customers, I think, were the holiday homers. They seem to come back most days with their kids, because we kind of set it up actually because we travel with our own kid, and it's so stressful these days. Everybody is so I don't know, and just a place where people could sit down and let their kids off, and it's really worked like that. Families, you know.
And I have just one last question. I'm asking everybody really.
Yeah.
You have a new Ukrainian community on the island. Do they make use of it? And
oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
how
really welcome are they on the island?
Very, very. With actually, their daughter, one of the girls there, sells her jewellery with us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Lena, she's been selling it all summer.
Wonderful.
She's a good businesswoman, actually.
She is a good businesswoman. And do you think she'll talk to me?
I think she would if you could find her. Yeah, she's usually around. She's probably at school, but her dad is the guy. What's his name again? I can't remember.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll meet them later. So they're settling in well.
Oh, very well. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of nice now that there was a bit of turnover at the beginning, and we were getting to know them, and they were leaving. But now it seems to have settled, and yeah, they're sound. Yeah, bang on. Yeah.
Great. Thanks for talking to me now.
Thank you very much.
And back we go for a moment to North Shore to have a word with Zarema.
I live in Sherkin 1 year. I like Sherkin. I am happy. My children very happy and live in Sherkin Island.
Thank you.